Welcome to the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show, presented by the great folks at Central Ozarks Medical Center, where your health is their mission. Also brought to you by Surdike Yamaha, Our Veterinary, Slumberland Furniture, MoDOT, Show Me Zero, and the Bruce and Kelly team, part of RE/MAX Lake of the Ozarks. We're talking some Climax Springs basketball here now. The Lady Cougars and the Cougars. So it is Josh.
Yes,
you are
sir.
also the activities director, right?
Correct.
Josh Griffith, and we've got a Hall of Famer with us here today. As boys coach, James Butterfield not able to make it, so you're stepping in for James, Craig Perrick, and you're not just some dude, right? You're a Hall of Famer. So you come in with some skins on the wall, Coach.
I'm some dude that had really great players. And
That makes a difference, doesn't it?
I've had the best of players, so that just goes to show you what difference your players make and how much they've done for me over the years. So
Yeah.
I've had tremendous players.
It's funny what talent will do for you as a coach, right? I mean, you can coach so much, but talent really helps.
It makes you a lot smarter.
Yeah.
Makes you a lot smarter as a coach. I guarantee it.
And obviously much better looking too. Because,
I don't know about that, but
you know.
a lot smarter anyway.
So we're talking the Lady Cougars and the Cougars. So the both teams kind of coming off tough years last year. The guys were 12 and 14. The girls were 12 and 14. Your girls.
Correct.
The guys were 7 and 18. So 12 and 14 last year with the girls, won a playoff game. What's coming back for the girls this year?
So we return all 5 starters.
Wow.
But that's about all we return. So I have 6 girls on the roster. I have 1 freshman who hasn't played a whole lot or had a whole lot of experience. But we do bring all 5 back, 2 seniors, 2 juniors, and a sophomore. So a lot of minutes from last year's team and really contributed pretty much everything that we had last year. So we return everything back, just not a lot of depth on the bench.
Yeah, you can't have anybody fouling out. You might be in trouble, right?
You definitely.
Now, when you coach and you've got a lack of depth like that, you have to be careful. Like, you can't say, I want you to go after them, play hard, foul them, because you can't afford to have anybody foul out, right? You got to be kind of careful.
We still like to play aggressive. Our goal is to play our tempo, play our pace, and we're still going to play aggressive.
Yeah. Okay, and the boys, so even though you're already in the Hall of Fame and you're still working, you're still an assistant coach with both the boys and the girls. So how about the boys team? They come off a 7 and 18 season. How are they looking this year? What do you have coming back?
Well, we just had 2 starters returning this year. So we had Caden Phillips and Jake Griffith was the only 2 starters we had returning off of last year's club. And the majority of our points came from the 3 seniors that graduated last year. So we're, again, young and inexperienced with the group that we have. And we picked up a win our last game, but we know that we've got a long ways to go as the season and the year progresses. And so.
Yeah, but it's nice when you get those early wins, because it adds a little bit of confidence and all that extra juice that you kind of like as a coach, right?
Well, it's really helpful because, I don't care how many years you've been at it. I've been at it for about, 35 or more. But then every year you think, well, when I get that first one, whew, I won't go over this year.
Yeah.
So that's just what you think, So, that's each season it's that way, because there's, you're kind of thinking early and you'd just like to get one just to get going, get it under your belt and know that you're going to have one.
Yeah.
Let's face it, the longer it goes, the worse the projections get than before that. So
It's funny how streaks work, because when you're losing, sometimes you get on a streak and you don't feel you can't lose, right? Or, you don't know how you stop that streak. Same thing with winning. You get to winning, you think, well, I can't lose, right? So that's kind of cool as a coach. We're talking Climax Springs basketball, the Cougars and how they're doing, what we've got going into this season. So we'll be back, have more with the coaches here on the High School Basketball Coaches Show.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family, and at Our Veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our Veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Christmas for the Surdike family involves chilling out and spending lots of time by the fire with plenty of gift giving. Before grandkids, we enjoyed a beautiful midnight mass. Now it's a morning celebration with a church full of high-spirited friends and family. Greg's been called Santa Surdike a few times, as he totally enjoys helping parents get new motorcycles, ATVs, and wave runners for the kiddos. Merry Christmas from the whole Surdike family, and have a great and prosperous new year.
At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center offers 3 OBGYNs at the Osage Beach Clinic and 2 pediatricians with same-day appointments available. At COMC, our doors are open to everyone with 5 primary care locations conveniently located across the Ozarks. COMC for the best medical, dental, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission. Welcome back to the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show. We're talking Climax Springs, the Cougars and the Lady Cougars. So who are the ladies that you really need to step up and lead the way for you?
So everything starts with our senior, Ava Wolf, 4-year starter. She's point guard. She kind of facilitates the offense. And between her and junior Daphne Butterfield, that's majority of our offense of, what we're looking for. So I really need them to step up this year. And then, the 3 others, they play a big part when you're not very deep. They got to play their role too, and you're going to have to chip in offensively as well as defensively.
Yeah, it's the good thing about only having 5 or 6 players is it doesn't take you long to think about the 5 or 6 players, right? Yep. I mean, you don't have to go too far depth. And I heard the name Butterfield, so that's the daughter of the boys' head coach, right?
Correct.
So it's a coach's daughter. She probably knows how to play.
So we've always had one of each other's kids playing, and he still has Jacob, my junior, and I got Daphne, his junior daughter.
Yeah. So is that good or bad? They ever run and tattle on the coaches?
Usually it's but knowledge-wise, the funny thing is that they coaches kind of think alike at most times. So we're usually, it doesn't do any good. You don't get much sympathy from the other coach. So.
Absolutely. This is Craig Perrick, Hall of Fame coach, longtime coach at Climax Springs. I think you took some teams to the Final Four. Right?
I played in back-to-back state championships in 2000, 2001. So.
Boys, girls?
Girls.
Okay.
We were 29-3 back-to-back years there.
Those are some pretty big numbers, some pretty huge numbers. That's about as good as it gets back doing that.
And they were as good as it got. Their goal was to be the very best team in the state. Each year there, so their goal wasn't to be the best Class 1 team, it was to be the best team in the state, and they could, they would beat Ozark Conference people and other people at that time. They were exceptional groups.
Yeah, and I'm guessing there's still some pretty strong ties with those ladies?
Yes, Renee Flowers that works there at the school there and was a 3-time All-Stater for us, and when she graduated, she was the number 3 leading scorer in the state all time. And had 104 wins in her high school career, which is pretty decent. An average of 26, a season. But and her son plays on the boys team. He's a sophomore this year. So
nice. So who are the boys that you need to step up and lead the way this year?
Well, we have our junior and our senior, Caden Phillips, first and foremost, and then junior Jake Griffith, the 2 with the most experience. And then we play about 7, so we have a couple pretty solid sophomores that one of them starts for us, Cody Blanche, and then we've got 2 freshmen, Tyrus Butterfield, who's James's son, and then Tanner Williams, and Tanner right now is probably our leading scorer on the season as a freshman.
Lot of coaches' kids on the teams, huh?
So
that's greatness, man.
So, well, I don't know. I guess they bad thing is they got to go home. After those bad nights, they got to go home with their. You got to take them home with you. You don't get to leave them at the game.
Absolutely. So. Only so many places to go in Climax Springs.
Yeah.
We're talking Climax Springs basketball with the Cougar coaches. We'll be back with more right after this. Central Ozarks Medical Center, voted Missouri's best and best at the lake, is recruiting team members due to growth. Amazing employment opportunities for both medical and non-medical positions with competitive salaries and outstanding perks. For more information, go to the Careers tab at centralozarks.org. COMC for the best medical, dental, and behavioral health care. Join a leader. Join our team. COMC, where your health is our mission.
Fall. The tailgating, trails blazing, pumpkin, everything. Wine sips, beer tips, and bonfire snapping. Early morning hunting, late night laughter.
It all starts here. Make the road safer with 4 simple steps. Buckle up, phone down, slow down, and drive sober. 4 simple steps that have been proven to help prevent traffic crashes. After all, simple actions save lives.
Get up to 80% off list prices during our huge inventory reduction sale at Slumberland Furniture. $20 million worth of furniture and mattresses must go. Lowest prices around on TV consoles, recliners, bar stools, sofas, mattresses, and lots more. Get the deal of a lifetime on clearance, one-of-a-kinds, scratch and dents, and more. Stores are packed with merchandise that must go. Up to 80% off at the huge inventory reduction sale on now at Slumberland Furniture.
Welcome back to the COMC High School Basketball Coaches Show, Climax Springs, home of the Cougars. We're talking with Josh Griffith here, right, girls coach, and a Hall of Fame coach, Craig Perrick, who took a couple of teams to the state championship back, about 20 years ago, right?
Yep,
so
a little over 20.
In the Hall of Fame. What conference are you guys in, and who are the teams to beat this year?
So we're not in a conference.
Okay, you're independent.
We're working on getting in a conference. Part of the goal of the athletic department in the school is to get us in one. Team to beat, we're always looking at our rival Max Creek, Wheatland. Those are kind of the two that we're going after on the girls' side.
Yep.
Both tough teams this year, but we're going to give them everything we got every time we play them.
And we're talking, that Max Creek team, quite possibly a Final Four state championship kind of a team this year. They've got that much talent. That's pretty tough. How about for the boys?
Well, the boys, again, we've been in a district with St. Elizabeth for so long that they seem to be the standard bearer. They went to 5 or 6 consecutive state Final Fours, and so they're always there. And we don't play them on a regular season schedule, but usually we wind up with them at the end of the year, having to face them and before we can get through with the season. But then again, we have our the local rivals, the people that we play on a regular basis. Again, the Max Creeks, the Wheatlands, and Hermitage. The teams that used to be in our conference that we were before, still kind of rivals for us. So.
Absolutely, you betcha. Those rivalries, you don't want them to go away because they're kind of special. So would you guys make good mall Santa Clauses? Would you make a good mall Santa Claus?
I think so. I think I have the personality to
you
stand
can sit
out
there for a couple hours
and do it. I think so. Yeah,
absolutely. How about you?
I think I'm one of those people that is not the most jolly around all the time. I don't know. My wife says that even going shopping with me is just about as much fun as going hunting with the game warden.
Shopping sucks. I understand that, right?
That's but I don't know how good a Santa Claus I would be. I do have the features for it.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
features, but,
you seem to be jolly, I know, I wouldn't be a very good mall Santa Claus either. Christmas and basketball kind of go together. It's right in the middle of the basketball season. Does basketball make Christmas better or harder?
I don't think it makes it one or the other. Basketball's been so much of my life for so long, it just kind of blends right in.
Yeah.
We've typically always been in a holiday tournament with the boys or the girls, so it kind of just blends in for me.
Kind of a part of the tradition. How about for you?
And that's the same way. Kids never got off the whole Christmas break. I never got it off, so. And of course I couldn't get my administrators to just have, school all the way through to the end of basketball season, so they were a little bit, particular on that. They thought other people might need some time off.
Right, it's crazy thinking. Okay. But, it is, for those people who grow up loving basketball, they kind of go hand in hand, and it's almost a part of the Christmas tradition, basketball, right?
Well, most certainly is, and we know in Southwest Missouri, there's the blue and gold tournament, the pink and white tournaments, all those holiday tournaments that go on. Recently, we've been in over at Wablo in the Doug Lohr Classic over there, and we've enjoyed that tournament over there. It's been good competition for us, and
absolutely
move up in class and different things, and people that we play there. Some fairly larger schools anyway that play in that.
Yeah,
So.
make it tougher. Well, coaches, thank you so much for taking the time to
Thanks
join us. Good luck to
Thanks for having us
Climax
on.
Springs this year, and thank you for joining us for Lake TV's High School Basketball Coaches Show.